to the Southern Snack, where life is too short to be serious. Man, if you're a foodie and you're just absolutely dedicated to the craft, where you're just going to all these fast food joints, there's just tends to be these times in your life where you find something and you're like, what did I just wonder upon? Like, and it happens. It just happens sometimes. It's the most exciting stuff because you never know what's going to happen with the video, if it's going to blow up, if it's not. And even if it doesn't, it's just like exciting because not everyone gets to try this, right? Especially, you know, when you're looking at it, not everyone's a foodie, not everyone's going to be posting about this. So it's like, you could be one of the only ones posting about it. So yeah, gizzards and livers. I said lizards when I was in the drive-thru. I mean, when you got gizzards and livers, you want to say lizards, that's fine. But yes, gizzards and livers. And I'm in Greensboro, North Carolina. The first location I went to had livers. They told me, oh, we're out for the day. I said, okay, goodbye. That was a blessing in disguise because this location has gizzards in addition to livers. So I'm thinking this is livers in this hand. I got gizzards in this hand, but I don't know. I know it's going to look burnt, but it's kind of part of the thing. The meat is usually darker. So I'm thinking this is livers. And I probably won't be able to tell you what the difference is in taste. They seem like they would taste the same, but my camera's kind of acting up. I'm sorry. But yeah, oh well. Let's take a bite. This one doesn't seem to have the texture of a gizzard. I mean, a liver. This one's definitely softer, darker. You're not as, you know, it's not like regular chicken, right? It's super tender. This piece of meat is, but it's kind of, the flavor's not great, right? But that's with all of this, right? You have to like what you get. And I don't particularly love that. I think they do it right. I think the coating's pretty decent. But overall, I'm not the biggest fan of what we got here. Now this has, yeah, this is the liver. So that's tender. I don't know, you can't say smoky, but it's, I don't know what to say about it. It's kind of gritty, like a gritty flavor. If you could describe something as gritty, that's the kind of flavor I would say. Not like grits, but you know. All right, livers. Now, for the gizzards, they're unique. They're not terrible. I'd give them like a 4. What's off-putting for the livers is that's a little chewy. Well, not chewy, but just like something about them's a little bit weird. But I like the flavor more of the livers, despite how weird it is. Gizzards, I give a 4. Livers, they're just too chewy or too fatty. I think there's some fatness to them. Don't like that too much. Like, I'm used to that super chewy texture of the liver, but this is like extra chewy and extra slimy, and I don't like that texture. But it's hard. It's definitely better than the gizzard. Like, the flavor's better, but it's hard to like be like, okay, this is an acceptable food item. You have to go into this thinking, if you can process that odd texture, the flavor's worth it. I'm just struggling with the texture, and it's really going to be the weirdest rating I give it. I'm going to give it a 6 just because the flavor really is that good. It is that flavorful. It is that salty. It is that meaty. But the texture is just so off-putting for me. So, interesting. Would I get again? No, not from KFC. I maybe would consider the livers again. I would possibly consider that. The gizzards just lacked so much flavor to them. It was interesting, right? And that's why I hold back from rating it extremely low, like a 1 or a 2 or a 3. I give it a 4 because of the intrigue of it and the really soft texture. But what the liver lacks in terms of what the gizzard has, the liver has flavor, and that's what really matters more than anything. So yeah, I think this is KFC in like Burlington or somewhere a little bit more east from Greensboro. So just keep that in mind if you search around. Have you tried this? What are your thoughts? Because I'm just like, wow, KFC has this. But anyways, that's it. I'll see y'all around. I know what you're thinking if you're from the South or you just know every part of the chicken. You're probably looking at me like I'm just some crazy dude. Like, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, okay, I can't blame you. I can't blame you. And that's why I made this real quick clip to say I'm sorry. I really am. But I'm wrong. Yes, I'm wrong. So, gizzards are the tough, chewy part of the chicken that has flavor that the KFC sold me. The livers are the more tender, less flavorful piece of chicken that I had in this video. So, just to correct myself if anyone was fooled, and to correct myself if anyone wanted to jump the gun and start chastising me for good reason. So anyways, that is the review, and I'll see y'all around. Yeah!